a walk on the woo-woo side with me. My name is Michelle Douglas and I am on a mission to help you to step into your power so that you can create the life you desire. Visit me at empoweredlifeprograms.com to learn more. Hello. It's Fabulous Friday. Today we're going to be talking about the power of your subconscious mind and about what you are letting in. This is something I learned back in the 90s. Yes, I'm that old, from Bob Proctor through his Born Rich program. So my parents actually used to host seminar presentations of his program all around the place. And I used to go along with my dad to help him with that. But before that, I binge watched his entire seminar program in a weekend, and it literally blew my mind. It was just like, whoa, this information is really powerful. And when you understand the power of your subconscious mind and understand what you are letting in, and will become aware of what you are letting in and how it impacts on your subconscious mind, you're going to start doing things a little bit differently. So I'm going to show you a little picture. So I don't know if you can see that. See that there? So this circle at the top is the conscious mind. This is what you're letting in. Then we've got the subconscious mind here. And this is your body, okay? Now, when stuff goes into your subconscious mind, it accepts everything as truth. So you can tell it you are amazing and wonderful and all those things all day, every day, and it will believe it. And what it does is that it pushes those subconscious messages eventually down into the conscious mind. Once it's reached the conscious mind as truth, the body is then inspired to move in accordance with what's going on up top. Okay. So here's why I don't watch TV. Everything you are so if you're sitting in front of the TV, you are in the alpha state. So it's like it's a hypnotic state. You're in the alpha state, which means that everything that you are watching on that TV is going in as truth. Now, I do lie. I do watch some TV, but it's usually feel good sort of stories, or my husband likes to watch building shows, when people building houses and stuff like that. So there are some things that are okay, but the news, like I call it the propaganda, but the news and things and dramas and violence and all that sort of thing, I can't watch any of that anymore. And that's because, well, it just feels yuck. My body instantly reacts to it. But for most people who are sitting there watching this stuff, it's going in as truth constantly. Every time you sit down in front of the TV, you're being told the world's in crisis. This is bad. Everything's horrible in the world. This really bad thing on this movie can happen. That's literally what's going in. And then as that settles down into the conscious mind, the body is, I guess, it's basically driven to take an action or move in a way that aligns with those messages coming in. So this is why you might find someone who is suffering with depression, for example, that constant negative messages coming in, they just don't want to do anything. They hide themselves away in their room because it's just like, ugh, right? Their body is being inspired to do nothing, to hide away. Whereas if you're watching or allowing uplifting things into your mind, and it could be, there's hope for the world, there's good things happening, there's lots of feel-good stuff happening, and, it's great to be outside enjoying life, you are going to be more inspired to get yourself out there and live life. So your body will be inspired to move into action toward whatever it is that feels good to you. So here's an example as far as love lives are concerned. So let's just say everything on TV that you ever saw and everything you see on social media is all about men being bad, or, it's bad. Men are bad, men are bad, men are bad, men are bad. And it's going into your brain constantly. It's going into your subconscious. Men are bad, men are bad, men are bad. What then happens is that it moves into your conscious mind, and you will have this very strong belief that men are bad. Okay. So what then happens when you meet someone, you've got this program running the show, and he will have no choice but to reflect back at you what's going on internally, and he may treat you badly. So this is kind of how the subconscious mind works. Now, it's a lot more complicated than just what the examples I've given, because there could be some past life patterns that you're running that you aren't even, like, you've got no chance of having any consciousness over it unless you're one of those really connected people. And it's like you're acting as, so that sort of stuff needs to be cleared out so that you can make the way for the good stuff. But I do really want you to get that if the more bad stuff you're allowing to go in on top of what was already there from your past lives, the more not so positive circumstances you're going to end up manifesting for yourself. So you've got to decide, what do I actually want? Do I want a life that reflects what I'm seeing on TV, or do I want something else? And it's all about choosing what you allow in, even like down to reading books, scrolling social media, that sort of thing, or the types of people you hang around. Like I struggle around negative people because I actually feel like I'm being sucked down into the hole of misery with them, and I don't want to be there. So this is why I do my best to surround myself with people I feel good around, people I enjoy their company. I feel uplifted when I'm with them, that sort of thing. And this is why I love my husband so much, because we sort of bounce off each other and build each other up into this warm and fluffy cloud of happiness. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. But yeah, just spend this weekend journaling, because you're following what I said yesterday, right? Journaling what you are allowing to go into your subconscious mind on a daily basis. So maybe do an hour by hour. What did I allow to go in? And just see what happens, because you never know. And before I go, I just want to give a really quick example of what happens when you're thinking negative stuff. I was thinking about something I was in the shower thinking about something quite negative, and I started work. This is when I still had a job, and I was mulling over this negative story over and over again. And then I went to bend over to pick something off the ground, and I pulled a muscle in my back. Wasn't that a message? That's my feedback. It's like, here I was allowing myself to go into this negative space, and my body reacted with a negative response. So be positive. Got to be more positive. So yeah. And don't get me wrong, there will be things you need to deal with and address on any particular day that doesn't feel so good. This is really just about what you are allowing in when you have the choice to do so, okay, or not, okay? So I'll leave you with that. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.